you to my channel where I explore and acquire. Today I have selected a topic which is very important and crucial for language learner. The topic is effective ways of learning English vocabulary. Learning vocabulary isn't a very tough job to do. We learn so many words, but after days and months we forget all the words. Now, even we have some sort of belief, maybe I am the weaker person than other and I have less memory powers. That is the reason I'm not been able to retain all those words in my memory. But guys, trust me, there are thousands of and lakhs of people who face the same problem, and even some of them worse than us, worse than you. So guys, there are so many questions arising like why we should learn vocabulary and what vocabulary does play the role in English language and what should be the effective ways to learn vocabularies and new words so that we can retain them in our memory for lifelong. So I'm gonna deal with these sort of questions and try to find exact ways how we can learn those words and retain them those words in our memory. So guys, if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe it and share it to your close one. And at the end of this video, I'm gonna make you learn three amazing words. So stick with me because learning knowledge, learning something, definitely don't waste our time, isn't it? So we may say vocabulary is the heart of English language for several reasons. Like person having rich skill in vocabulary can express thoughts and feelings and ideas more precisely and clearly than a person having less stock of words can find himself stuck and reluctant to express his or her feelings. Having great vocabulary is very crucial to read and writing stuffs. If you have good vocabulary, you can communicate with people very well. Now many people complain what we don't understand the English native people. We find struggles, we find difficulties to understand them. But I want to tell you why we find struggle, why we find difficulties to understand native people. Not just only because of their accent. They have a great vocabulary and they express this very expressively and they use them very clearly and very confidently. So I can say in short, like if you have a limited vocabulary, you can convey your message, but you cannot or you will not be able to articulate your thoughts properly. Learning new words and vocabulary and retaining them in memory varies person to person. There might be some genius person who can learn those words and new words and retain these words in memory with less effort and very quickly. But trust me, there are so many people around the world who face the struggle and try difficulties to understand and learn those words. So before learning the strategy how we can learn vocabulary, I want to say you something. I want to tell you what I did in my past to learn those words and try to retain all those words, and I failed. I had been memorizing lots of words, but I forgot all those words when I started recalling them. But next I found new strategy. Whenever I tried to read something and I got any words, I just underlined that word and try to understand the meanings. And in the next time when I read the same thing, same chapter, what I found, like I was able to recalling those words, but not the entire words. Few of them I could be able to recall all those words, but rest of them I again forgot. So what happened, I tried lots of struggle, lots of things I implemented in my vocabulary, but all in vain. They were not very effective to me. So definitely we are going to understand the situation and things, and you can relate yourself with me. You have done so many things to learn vocabulary but you failed, whatever I did in my past. So now we are going to definitely understand the process how we are going to learn this. And these things. Okay, so now I want to tell you something like, let's see, imagine suppose we have a, two boxes in our brain. One is temporary and the other one is permanent. If you learn some words, if you, read some words and try to understand the meanings, definitely it will go to your temporary memory, right? Temporary memory box, yes. But what happens if you try to move those words into your permanent memory? That is very challenging task, and it is quite, we seem like it's quite impossible to do that. Whenever you learn some words and we find like we are forgetting those words. But let me tell you something, guys. If anyhow you could successfully transfer those words into your permanent memory, so guys, just hang on. Congratulations, you have done a great job. You have got your treasure. You can use those words, use those permanent memories words in your personal conversation, right? Now, the question is how we are gonna do this, like how we are gonna put all those words into our permanent memory. There must be some strategy, right? Now, for letting understand all those things, let's deep dive into the vocabulary world. What should be the appropriate ways to learn new words and how we can retain all those words in our memory? So, first, you need to collect those words. You need to collect English words so that you can learn those words and send them into your permanent memory. How? So I'm gonna reveal a process. By doing this, you will be feel yourself very powerful. Now, you need to do two things, like if you're watching some videos or you are reading some textbooks or any paragraph of any book or any section of any newspapers. First, make sure whatever you're doing, whether you are watching some videos or you are, reading some things, make sure you have all the things, all the learning materials you should have for a couple of days, okay? Because you need to revisit them very often. Now, suppose you are watching a video and listening the dialogues or the conversation, right? So what you need to do, the moment you find a new word and you don't know the meaning of that word, simply just write the word down in your notebook and also find the meaning of that word from the dictionary and also write the meaning of that word to your notebook, right? Now the next step, what you need to do the entire process for your listening, like you're watching the video, do the entire process and collect all those words whichever you feel like you don't know the meaning, even you have some sort of confusion like I know the meaning but I'm not sure. No problem, just write those words in your notebook, okay? This is the first step. Now make sure you have selected a short video. What happens if you're selecting a long video, then chances are you might be exhausted, you will lose the confidence to learn this because it is a time consuming process, isn't it? You need to first collect those words, try to understand the meaning, then again read. So try to select short videos, okay? Now the next step is you have successfully collected all those words in your notebook. That's perfect. Now you need to, and even you collected all those meanings from dictionary as well, and you also need to write those meanings into your notebook beside your words, okay? Now what you need to do, you need to repeat those words, each and every word, for several times. Like I have got a word majestic. I'm repeating this several times, like majestic, majestic, majestic. So what will happen doing this? You will be aware of this word. If in future, like you are hearing this word, you will not be unaware of this word, right? Because you are repeating this word, you are understanding the meaning. So now repeat these words for several times. Now what you need to do, simply try to understand the meaning and sense. Don't try to memorize the meaning, because this is definitely not going to help you and increase your vocabulary power. Just try to learn the word, just try to understand the meaning and sense, and also make your own sentences so that you can understand the exact meaning, and you will be able to use those words into your sentences. You can take help by Youglish. It is a kind of application where you will find sentences with specific words which you have collected recently, right? So what you need to do, and definitely it is a helpful tool for language learners, and it will definitely help you in aid of your learning, right? What you need to do, just simply go to Google Chrome and type Youglish, Youglish. There you will find all the stuffs whatever I have said, right? Now you have repeated the word, right? You have understood the meaning, right? Now you have even made your own sentences with these specific words. Okay, now what you need to do, go to the video section and close your notebook, and this time listen the video carefully and try to recall all those words which you have recently learned very effectively. Okay, try to recall all those words. Maybe you will find yourself you are getting 50% of those words very easily. You are able to recall all those words and meaning of those words, right? But 50 or 30% you are still not able to understand, or you're feeling confusion. Maybe this should be the meaning or that should be the meaning. No problem, do the entire process again and try to understand the rest of the words for the entire video. Now you have successfully learned all those words, right? Now what should be the step for forward? Now you have to listen those words very carefully, listen those speech very carefully, and try to recall all those words, all those meanings. Now I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you think you have been able to transfer all those words which you have recently learned to your permanent memory? Definitely, guys, this is your chance. You have been successfully transferring your those words which you have learned recently into your permanent memory, right? But hang on, there is another work which is definitely very important. You need to revise all those words. This is a very important section of vocabulary, right? You cannot only learn those words with very effectively reading all meanings, trying to using all those in your sentences. That's not enough. You need to revise all those words very often. Whenever you get time, you should go there and in your notebook, first you need to read the word. Don't just see the meaning, try to recall the meaning. And you know what will happen, I'll frankly say you will be able to return all those words. This is amazing. You will feel yourself very powerful. But this time also you will be like you are able to understand 9 words out of 10, right? But one word still will be hesitating you to understand. No problem, simply read the meaning. But I'm telling you one thing, this time you don't need to watch the video. Okay, just simply go to the notebook, read the word, try to recall the meaning, and that's all. You will be able to understand all those words meaning. Okay, and do this exercise. I will definitely tell you, it will definitely give you a great power and great motivation, and you will be competent to have those words in your permanent memory. Do this exercise and let me know in comment below, and comment me that you are getting any benefit out of it, because your conversation and your, what I say, your suggestion will definitely improve my lesson to improve yourself, right? I can make more learning videos, more effective videos for you guys if you motivate me. That's for sure, because this is a free platform. You can learn easily. Nobody's going to charge you. Learn and excuse me very often. Okay, so this is for it, and this is your vocabulary time. I'm gonna make you learn 3 amazing words. So just let's move on to our vocabulary class. So guys, I have selected 3 noun words today, and the first one is soccer. Now try to understand the meaning. What is soccer stands for? Like a game played between 2 teams of 11 people, where each team tries to win by kicking a ball into the other team's goal. Football. We can understand the two game, soccer and football, is a kind of same game, but different people, different country use this word for different purpose. Like US and Canada, they use soccer instead of football. Now what I'm making my 2 sentences. Just try to concentrate. where does soccer is using, and how we're gonna making our sentences so that we can remember. You can make your own. So let's move on. The children gathered in a park to play a game of soccer. The stadium echoed with the sound of fans singing and cheering during the soccer match. Now, my next word is anxiety. The next noun word is anxiety. What does it mean? An uncomfortable feeling of nervousness or worry about something that is happening or might happen in future. What does it mean? Like we are nervous to do something, we are not very confident. So we maybe say it like I'm in anxiety, isn't it? So just move on to our sentences. Waiting for the exam result created a sense of anxiety among the students. Some people are in deep anxiety for their future success. That means they're anxious, they're terrified. What is going to happen? Isn't it? So, we can understand the meaning of anxiety. Now, the third one and the last one, which is compassion. What is the meaning of compassion? A strong feeling of sympathy and sadness for the sufferings or bad luck of others and a wish to help them. That means when you see some poor or beggar and you have some sort of compassion in yourself and you try to help them desperately, that is compassion you have in your heart, right? So what is the sentences like? I have great compassion for the beggars. Okay, it sounds proper, right? And the second sentence is her compassion for animal led her to volunteer the animal shelter. That means she loves animals so much, and she has some sort of compassion for those animals. That's the reason she is going to shelter to help them. Okay. That's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video, and I hope this will definitely help you to climb the staircase in the journey of your English learning. Till then, keep learning, stay safe. Goodbye. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to my channel and share it to your close one, and definitely hit the like button.